Alright, so welcome to today's talk, and I'm going to talk to you today about how homeopathy can help in autoimmune and aplastic forms of anemia. Here, it's also important to know there are different types of anemias, and one of the type of anemias where homeopathy has a very good role is this kind of autoimmune and aplastic anemia. Let's try to understand what it means and how this kind of anemias actually act. So it's aplastic anemia also is basically kind of an autoimmune disease, in which basically autoimmune disease means your own body start reacting against your own body cells, and they start destroying, and typically the RBCs, WBCs and platelets can start destroying. It's very frequent more in younger age group. The patients which I have seen are more below the age group of 25. It can be hereditary but mainly immunological origin. Somewhere I believe today's lifestyle is one of the reasons to have this kind of problems in today's times. The kind of radiations we undergo, typically anemia, lot of tiredness, pale skin, low platelet, low WBCs as well, could be very common. It can have many symptoms. Lethargy. One of my patients who had this would have the habit to pluck the eyelids a lot. So she would lose all her hair. Hair fall was the main symptom. That's why one of the main things to see in hair fall is also to check for anemia. So there can be many symptoms of this kind of anemia: lethargy, fatigue, impaired cognition, anorexia, intolerance to cold, gastric cardiorespiratory actions, weakness, shortness of breath, impaired concentration, impaired libido, insomnia, neuromuscular disturbances, and so on. There can be many more symptoms, for example, low blood pressure. The diagnosis can be confirmed by bone marrow examination typically, and more this thing. But I want to talk to you about how homeopathy can help, and homeopathy has very good results in this type of disease. I had a very interesting case. A young woman from around 23-year-old from Pune had come to see me and done it over the Skype at that point, and she was undergoing a lot of stress. She had a recent breakup, and that caused a lot of feeling of loneliness within her, a feeling of isolation, a kind of a feeling as if no one is there for her. She started losing a lot of hair on the scalp, on the eyelids. She had typical cravings for ice cream, cold drinks. She had dreams as if she is alone in some island. Understanding all of this, I started with the homeopathic remedy phosphorus, and phosphorus in different potencies. At the end of 1 year, and her hemoglobin, which was almost 7, gradually increased to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12, and now it's almost 3 years. The hemoglobin is still at 13 and 14 at a normal level. Her autoimmune aplastic form of anemia is almost totally cured. I'm still treating her, but this is only on homeopathy, where we have cut down on steroids and immunosuppressants with the help of homeopathy. So homeopathy has a very good kind of action on this type of disease.